tell us what's up in Justin's joint, man.
Yeah, so one of the best rap albums of the year of the most recent 2 years, DRILLMATIC Heart vs. Mind by The Game. I mean, it's since Damn by Kendrick Lamar that I've been so enamored with a rap album, and it's The Game's 10th studio album.
I can't believe that.
His 10th. Label 100 Entertainment, executive producer Hit Boy. Ooh, that's why.
Dude, he kills it, man.
Yeah, that's why I love King's Disease 2 so much, because of those beats.
He worked with Nas.
Yep, and The Game is saying that it holds a strong placeholder of maybe his best album that he's ever done. So this amazing album starts off with One Time featuring Ice-T.
The legend,
Ice-T. And so there's a bunch of interpolations in this album, and it's the inserting of something of a different nature into something else. In a sense, it's they're getting influenced by a song, putting those lyrics in. So it's Easy Does It by Eazy-E is the interpolation on this one. The Game starts off the whole album with these lyrics: the fentanyl free, but the addiction gonna cost you one time. And then it goes into some Ice-T lyrics. It's I'm a nightmare walking, psychopath talking.
So Ice-T, man.
It's so
his rapping
Ice-T.
is always just like kind of dark and like I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Just like,
and then he ends that with the gangs of LA will never die. Just multiply.
Yeah. I love Ice-T.
Yeah. And so the next song is Easy featuring Kanye West, which it's also on his Donda album. I'm going to break down more of, I mean, he's so revealing, Kanye West in
this song. And he also helped produce it too.
God.
Yeah. And this is like,
my God.
I'm very wishy-washy on Kanye. I love him on this track.
He's great. So at the ending of One Time, he's saying he reveals that when he was 9 years old, he moved an ounce a day. He was on the drum line smoking with his older cousins. Let me hit that shit one time. And then it goes directly into Easy. He was once a thug from around the way. My life was never easy. So this was the single for the album. I wasn't in love with it. And then I heard this breakdown of in between the songs.
Yeah, the transition.
Oh my God. It just threw it into another whole atmosphere. Kanye, I'll just say one of them because it's so funny. God save me from that crash just so I can beat Pete Davidson's ass.
Yeah.
And then there's a sample of a lady going, who? in the background.
Man.
Oh my God.
Kanye is wild, dude. He's just shown how wild he is.
It's so crazy. The third song is Burnin' Checks featuring 504. There's a couple drill songs that are in this, and oh my gosh.
They're lit, dude.
So it's originally out of South Chicago, drill beats. And King Louie, Little Durk, some people that are the great drill artists. It's like, who are these people? So the game ends with King of the Drill because it's so impressive what the game and 5-0 is able to do on this song for drill in general. Man. But okay. My favorite song on the album, I'm serious. It's Voodoo featuring BOA QG, producer Big Duke. He is also the producer Don't Mind If I Duke on it as well.
For that song, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then so this samples Voodoo by BOA and it's sped up. It's oh my gosh, it's so intense.
Yeah, it's a really cool
sped
beat,
up.
Yeah.
You're like, how is he moving his mouth that fast?
Yep.
And then the chorus by BOA is I'm a menace and a robber, Voodoo put a hex on you. And right when the verse ends, right before that comes in, the first verse ends with snorting tears in the nostrils. If anybody asks why I shot you, it's because I'm a menace and a robber. And then the second verse ends with 9 years old when he sold a tech and said, I'm a menace and a robber. Just the connections that happen. It's such a complex meaning. And then we see that later in a song, Twisted as well. The next song, number 5, Home Invasion, Don't Mind If I Do, producer again. He's also a writer on the song. And it's an interpolation of Backseat Freestyle, because in Backseat
Kendrick
Freestyle,
Lamar, right?
that's Kendrick
Yeah,
Lamar,
yeah.
and they are going to go rob a house.
Yep.
And so it's kind of like that same vibe where he's going to do home invasions.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with an intense door crashing in. Oh man, the background of this is literally sirens. It's just
Wild.
at the beginning of this,
Paints a picture really well
of
yeah,
LA in
yep,
general.
yep.
And then number 6, controversial, Op. It's not on
OPP.
OPP.
Makes me think Naughty by Nature said the song OPP.
Yeah.
It stood for other people's property.
Oh, okay.
They sample Tear the Club Up by 3 6 Mafia, but we can't listen to it anymore because they put DMX as a writer and then didn't put him as a sample. I don't know if DMX actually,
His estate did.
said
Yeah,
that.
his estate
his
definitely
estate did.
filed a suit or filed a claim.
Yeah, but, well, I don't know. Like DMX, is it because the reason why he's a writer on this and not a sample? Did they already have that sample from him, and then the game thought he could get?
It
Anyway,
could be.
It's
it could
a
also
bunch of
just
different
be just a
things.
mess up. It could just be a plain
but
mistake.
There's a little bit of that happening on this album a few times.
Yeah,
right?
because
Like,
let's just talk about it now. The Nipsey Hussle song, that's not going to be on for at least a couple weeks. They did not clear anything with Nipsey Hussle's team
right.
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
So number 7. Ooh, this is the environment of LA right here. It's it's outside featuring YG. The producers aren't necessarily, the interpolations are, it's Meet the Fockers by YG, and it's Really Be Smokin' by YG. Of course, it's a YG song where he's talking about that he's outside smoking and stuff.
Swishers specifically.
Yes.
Actually crazy how many different producers there are on this album, because sometimes it's one producer like Hit Boy or DJ Paul or Devon, and then other songs it's like you have Sean Martin, Nigel Rivers, S1. I think Hit Boy was probably the main, executive producer, of course.
Yeah.
But it's just really interesting to see how many people were on this album. And I mean, honestly, I feel like this is a double album. Like, even though it's one album, it's more of a double album.
Yeah, so right in this song, it's really showcasing the environment of LA, where they're so intense, and then just the beautiful instrumentals that they use.
This is such an homage to LA.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
the whole album is a major homage to LA, the hood, the culture, and just,
And then, so, I mean, YG can really talk about this because he actually got shot in real life in 2015. But anyways, again, on your point that it's a double-sided album, that number 8 is La La Land.
which means LA. Right?
It is LA, and it's pretty much going through this whole like power struggle of, if you come to LA wearing a Dodgers hat, don't think you're going to be safe because each block has their own hat. It's the Crenshaw Mafia stepping in Minnesota Twins hats.
Yeah, that's where we got to go.
So we're fine on that one
So I'll bring
block.
On that one
On
block.
that
That
one
block,
block,
I can wear my
we're
twins hat
fine.
and be cool.
Otherwise, we're fucked.
Yeah. There's this also a super intense line. Everybody want to come to La La Land. That's the chorus. Since people killed Pac, ain't no California love. And then he goes, Miss Nipsey and Miss Nip on the hood. Wish we both died. It's like, whoa, that is just
intense.
It really hits you in the heartstrings. Number 9, Change the Game, featuring Ty Dolla $ign. This is an example where they use samples and interpolations and were kind of constrained and put themselves in a box. Ty Dolla $ign does do a better chorus than Change the Game by Jay-Z, featuring various artists. But Jay-Z is just so much better than the Game in this beat. It's I don't know why they did it.
I really like Memphis Bleak too. That's a really nice addition to this one.
But I love the combination. I wish they just did their own song, and that's how I feel about that Lil Wayne song that coming up later too. Number 10, it's How Far I Came, featuring Roddy Ricch, produced by Hit Boy.
Last one was produced by Hit Boy as well.
Yeah, last one was produced by Hit Boy as well. I'm falling in love with Roddy Ricch. Came from the bottom. What a wonderful feeling. Look into your eyes. I can calculate your realness. oh,
Yeah.
and then so in this chorus that he also does, it's the more money, the more problems you gotta deal with.
Yep. Obviously giving homage to Biggie.
A little bit of
little
shout
bit
out to
of
Big.
And
homage.
then in number 11 with Heart versus Mind, he starts out with "Mo money, mo problems is better than no money." So it's literally one song after another.
And the transitions are just very
It's
smooth.
oh
It tells
my
a story. I mean, that's the
God.
thing.
No, this is a concept album. This is
It's a movie. Like what you describe about what was the Kendrick album?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City is a movie. This is a movie.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
like Dark Side of the Moon, kind
Yeah.
of. You know, like how it's all connected. Everything is just one long kind of story and track.
yeah.
So we're kind of moving away from that LA environment that we were talking about. And then now it's kind of getting into like a double-sided album type thing. But I think that's in a couple songs, because at number 12 we have No Smoke at the Polo Lounge featuring Jeremiah, and then produced by Bongo. Interpolation is Mr. Morale by Kendrick Lamar, only because he references him saying Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, hopefully by now you're on your 10 billionth play, K. Dot, what's up? And that's pretty much that's the only reason why. So it's kind of fun. But it starts getting on another rise at number 13. It's No Man Falls featuring Pusha T and 2 Chainz. Don't Mind If I Do, get on the producer. And Pusha starts with just an incredible energy. The Game just adds on to that. And this is where he has, and where I would be without the Kane. It's live USB DVDs. Okay, so if the Game didn't have those, he literally wouldn't have a career.
He's referring to cocaine, by the way.
No, Kane, live USB DVDs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the reference of it. And then it's right after that, it's probably the same place Aubrey Graham, Drake, would be without Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar without Shireen, another A Justin's Joint breakdown that I'm going to do explaining that. And then it's the same place Michael Jackson be without Jermaine. The Jackson 4 just don't hit the same. We, the new dope, take the fentanyl out your veins. Ooh, it's just, and then it goes to 2 Chainz, and this beat feels like a Lambo. That's what he says that later. It sounds like a Rolls, Maybach, and Lambo. And I think 2 Chainz, the beat might sound like that, but you make it sound like that because it's pretty good. It's pretty good. At number 14, a little bit of a disappointment. It's Chrome Slugs in Harmony. They completely just rip off Thuggish Ruggish Bone by Bone Thugs.
It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Lil Wayne doesn't have anything to talk about. He doesn't write on it. G Herbo is actually what the bright point on it, and it might lead me to look into him a little bit more.
I didn't love this one either.
Yeah. And number 15, it's Start From Scratch number 2. And it samples Get Away by Mobb Deep, and then Start From Scratch, the first one by The Game. It's kind of a callback to that. If I could start from scratch, I would change hella shit. He's just going through it. It's kind of a nice one. But number 16, because these are a couple of just The Game without any features, and it's What We Not Gon' Do, and it's The Game, and then it has the sample 3 by Flume. It's the background instrumental, and it's like a dubstep song.
It's definitely got that that flavor.
It's
for sure.
really nice, and it has Prodigy in the intro, man. And then it starts out with some Damona Dixon.
Didn't you say this one might get dropped from Spotify as well? Was that this one?
No, I think
Because
that's a different
Prodigy?
one. Oh yeah, it is this one.
'Cause
Yeah,
it's got Prodigy on it, right?
Yeah.
And so Prodigy apparently wasn't like credited properly on this album or whatever, or
At
this
all,
song.
right?
It wasn't at all, and I had to look it up.
Yeah.
That's right. It's unconfirmed that it's
Right.
Prodigy's intro, but it is totally Prodigy. I listened
Right.
to the song, and it's Quiet Storm by Mobb Deep. Yeah.
This is a huge album. Like it's a
insane.
package of an
This
album.
is a tour day hip hop, tour day rap of like
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, so we're kind of like going through the country at this point where we're kind of leaving the LA scene.
He's got
and
a
then
lot of East Coast on here too.
Yeah, because at number 17, it's Fortunate featuring Kanye West, Drizzy, and Chiller.
And Kanye's Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he? He's Chi-Town,
Well,
right?
he's New York.
Right.
I mean,
but he was like,
he's
started in
Chicago.
Chicago.
Was
Yep.
his,
Well, where do you say Bone Thugs and Harmony are from? Ohio or LA? I don't know.
Probably not. Yeah.
I don't know. So the chorus in this one, Kanye West and The Game bounce back and forth. I love stuff like that. And then Drizzy, she has a great stylistic, complicated verse. It's nice flow. And then Chiller comes in, and it's just like this punch you in the face hardcore rap. Yeah. So it's like this contrast that's crazy.
To chime in here, I gotta say, man, the level of female presence on this album is awesome.
I love it.
It's incredible.
It's great, man. Like there's so much representation on this album. It's awesome.
For sure. And then at number 18, we have Ruby's Rose featuring Twista and Jeremiah.
Twista
has an incredible verse.
Yeah.
And then it's that song he did over the top of that old school Missy record. And then the beat completely changes. And then Jeremiah takes over and completely delivers. Man, it hits my heartstrings on that one. He's just an incredible singer. At 19, we have Drake with the braids. So it was gonna have an interpolation of AI with the braids by The Game, but Drake, he is working for the Canadian International Defense, and he has a job there, and blah blah blah. And it's just a skit, freestyle of Drake leaving The Game a message on why he can't be on the album. And then this is when The Vacation starts at number 20. This is when the full world tour, this like completely other side of the album
so
shows itself.
The second half, if you will.
Yes.
Even though we're more than halfway through.
Yeah. I mean, you could have picked and chose where to put it there, but I don't know. So it's Nikki Beach featuring French Montana and Troy Lanez. All new producers. All new people basically, except for The Game. And it's one of French Montana's best verses I've heard in years. Yeah, at number 21, we have Talk to Me Nice featuring Meek Mill.
Yeah, God,
Moneybag
all-star list
Well,
of
so
rappers on here, man. It's crazy.
I thought Meek Mill was in jail.
No, he's on probation. He's been on
Got
probation
it.
since he's like 6 or something.
Jesus.
I mean, he's been on probation forever. It's just amazing. I love Meek Mill every time that he's in. And then BLXT, this is one of the first times I've seen that name. Oh, that he delivers on the chorus for sure.
Yes.
At number 22, it's an ASAP Rocky tune. Money, Cash, Clothes. I put the S's with dollar signs, of course.
Yes, indeed.
And then it's a sample of an interpolation of Many Cash Hoes by Jay-Z featuring DMX. See, this is the DMX song that is not going to get taken off because he is properly shown here.
Yeah, he's credited properly.
Put the sample on the other song.
Yeah. Oversight.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
It also might have been a little bit picky on the behalf of DMX, but whatever. You know.
Well, it's not on the it's of his team.
Yeah, his estate doing that on his behalf. Yeah.
And number 23, we have another drill beat featuring Cameron. It's Killaz. It's the K.I.
It's an acronym. Killaz.
Yeah, but man, this the chorus is, you know who I'm with, killers. And it's pretty much just the concept of that, and they're going as hardcore as possible. I mean, it's really, it's nice. It's a nice workout song. I'll say that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yes. Number 24, another controversial one because it's the Black Slim Shady. I mean, Casey, do you think it's a diss track or?
First of all, this is my favorite song on the album.
It's so good.
It's 10 plus minutes long. It's like
good.
10 and a half minutes. It is so incredibly deep and thoughtful by The Game. Yeah. It's just The Game. This is like one of the few tracks on this album where it's literally just The Game.
Well, he has about 5.
Right. And man, his verses just go on and on, and
there's 4 of them.
and they just and they just keep going. And like the last one's the longest one. And it's just like crazy. And it's so, he's pulling lines or like things from like almost every Eminem album, like several albums.
Yeah, he mentions Drop the World even.
It kind of does a whole like, from the famous song Stan by Eminem.
It's basically Stan Part 2.
It's Stan Part 2 where he like kidnaps Stan's brother.
Because it's the Uber driver that he's with. It's Stan's brother with Eminem's hat, and he sees the hat and flips out. And so this is the perfect lyrics to describe.
I mean,
this whole entire thing is, I made it just for you. This is the game talking personally to Eminem. I even kidnapped Stan's brother and baited him here for you.
Yeah,
but you would probably just say no, probably leave us in the blistering cold.
It's amazing because I'm a huge Eminem fan, and I notice all these things from all these albums, and he talks about killing Dr. Dre because Eminem talks about killing Dr. Dre constantly.
Yeah,
as a joke, right? Obviously, chopped up his body, whatever, and Dre loves that. I don't know. I guess he does, but he talks about Dre a lot on this track.
Yeah. So at the beginning of verse 3, it's Ask Dre. All I got is my word, my dick, and my Mac 10. One thing you can never have is my motherfucking black skin.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
the complexities that the game does.
Can we say that this is kind of like him?
It's like an autobiography of both of their careers.
And it's also like he's also kind of describing what would happen if he was Eminem, or like if he was in that position.
So as we saw the lyrics before of in 2003, he had a crew around him, and that's the reason why the crime rate rose. And in 2003 is when Eminem and Dr. Dre were really hitting it off. And so the game is talking about how he should have chosen the path that Eminem did. So it's kind of a diss track towards him. It's kind of just this autobiography of their lives.
If it's a diss track, it's almost towards Dre as much as Eminem, if anything. But honestly, I think it's more a commentary track. It's not like
it's not like No Vaseline.
It's not like Tupac's Hit 'Em Up against Biggie. You know what I mean? That was like straight up, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
I'm going to murder you. I'm going to do your wife, et cetera. No, it's not even closely like that. It's just this sort of like commentary. And it does kind of talk about 50 Cent. It talks about a lot about Dre, about Eminem, and
Eminem's daughter.
It's not like overtly I'm going to kill you, like a true diss track. So that's why it's more of a commentary track to me.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah, so at 25, we have Stupid featuring Big Sean, produced by Hit Boy. Big Sean voice and the instrumental like bounce off each other. It's a really fun song to listen to if you're at a party or something. And then at 26, we have 38 Special with Blueface. Blueface only does the introduction, and he literally doesn't have anything else the rest of the song. I would have wanted a verse from him, but the game... He provides a little bit more insight to his life through 2 verses. I mean, you can't really complain about that. But it's number 27, Twisted. Ooh, man. It's going all the way back to just like understanding the complexities that and his meanings through the words of his rap music. Most people will get it twisted. And so that's why he made the song of "Don't Get My Lyrics Twisted," but it's like in such a like a just a small amount of push, like just this. What's the word that I'm? It's.
I don't know what the word you're looking for is, but that's okay.
I feel the energy though.
It's very slight. It's like
subtle.
It's subtle. That's the word.
He's trying to imply stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. 29, Save the Best for Last, featuring Rick Ross. Rick Ross has an amazing verse, and the game.
A good verse. Yep.
And on my dark days, I walk inside of this dark booth, speak what's on my mind, but they aren't ready to hear the hard truth. But me, I'm still alive. I guess they saved the best for last. Oh my goodness. Number 30 is another Just the Game and Hit Boy song again.
And those are my favorite ones.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because that was our favorite on the Nas album too.
Yep.
And then it was samples of Song Cry. It was Song Cry by Jay-Z. And it's a father's prayer. He opens up with, "This is an open letter to my daughter." It's just very revealing really nice structure. And then at number 31, we have Universal Love featuring Chris Brown, Chloe, and Casey.
I finally have something to say. It's my favorite song on the album.
Because it's a Janet Jackson song.
Yeah.
And lyrically, meaning-wise, I really enjoyed it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gone Till It's Gone by Janet Jackson.
Oh, geez. The game starts with, I'm from a country called Earth. And that's how he starts.
Yeah. I love that. I like that line.
Gosh.
Yeah, man, this is such a thoughtful album in general, man. That's my walk away from it. Yeah. It's like it's on the level of Nas. It's on, on some of these more thoughtful. I mean, gosh, the just the number of lyrics, the amount of lyrics on this album is insane.
You do have to think quite a lot if you're going to consume this album.
But sadly,
you gotta know a lot.
Yeah, but sadly, the only songs that have over 1 million plays is Easy and the Black Slim Shady.
That's because it's good.
Yeah.
That's because it's good.
That's because it's good. It's not mumble rap. And that's the thing, man. This is such a nice, refreshing departure from mumble rap, man. But,
dude, everything flows together.
But it's just not going to sell like mumble rap does, unfortunately.
So this has been the Cheap Shot Music Podcast.
Download or stream this episode wherever you get your podcasts.
Please leave a like and or a comment on our social medias. It's greatly appreciated.
And thank you everyone for watching and listening.